Hey guys, we just got done seeing the new Aquaman in theaters in Dolby, as always, with AMC. And what was really cool about it was that we got some really cool souvenirs, which my wife would like to show you. Here's the first one. Vanna showing you the Aquaman City Lost Kingdom, which is pretty cool if you look at it. And then
Well textured.
And that's not the only thing. If you look at the popcorn bucket, it's hefty. It's pretty heavy. But as my wife said, this is probably the coolest one probably so far that they've done. I think
this is the coolest one they've done so far because it's all textured, like.
But it's heavy. It's
heavy.
Like,
it's screwed in here.
But but look at the bottom. I mean, it's got a lot of cool stuff. So where they fell short from like Wonka and stuff like that on.
I was disappointed with what they had to offer for Wonka.
Yeah, but I think they did a really good job for the new Aquaman movie. But but instead of dropping merch and showing you guys what you definitely should get this holiday season, yeah, we're not getting paid for it. I wish that'd be awesome. But especially as many times as we come to because we come to AMC. But,
it a lot. Yeah. I think this is my favorite one of all the popcorn tins we've gotten.
When I look at it, I'm thinking, man, it looks like the Green Ranger.
No, you're not really digging it.
All right. Well, okay. Now,
back to the movie.
Now, as always, let my wife let you know what she thought of it. So what did you think of the movie?
I thought it was good. Mm-hmm. But, I think that Aquaman is the comedy relief of the DC universe.
Yeah.
There was a lot of funny lines.
There definitely is. And there's a lot of, like talking about the other universe, in this.
In a pop culture type reference, as if he had like seen the movies and stuff.
Yeah, like if he was in his
which
world,
I laughed so hard at like the last line. I mean,
yeah. So, and there is one end credit scene or mid credit scene. It's basically just something funny that you see earlier on. Yeah, you probably skip it and watch it on YouTube or see it like that. But there's only one. It's right after. You don't have to stay through the whole credits.
We did just to make sure.
Just to make sure. You never know. But
there's nothing there.
What else did you enjoy about it?
Well, I would say it was a bromance movie. This is about the brothers. This is about the men.
Yeah. Well, and I was actually pretty shocked on how much Amber Heard was actually in the movie. I mean, she was because to me, I thought with everything that was going on, they would cut more of her parts out.
It was really minimal.
But the scenes that she was in
had
were
maybe like
very,
3 lines.
3 lines, but she was in a lot of action scenes. She was, part of everything, saving people. She was, I mean, it wasn't just,
when she reappeared somewhere in the middle, I was like, is that really happening or is he imagining it?
Yeah,
because I didn't expect that.
But as you watch it, I'm thinking, they're going to kill her off. Or, they're going to do this to her. Just because, they were playing around.
But in the universe,
yeah.
Aside, like, when you put the personalized out, when you're talking about, like, the comic in the universe, like, you can't do that to that character. Which I don't understand why they didn't just recast her. Because I'm sorry, I think, like, Emily Blunt, she looks like her. She could do her. I'm just saying. They could have recast, and she would have been so good at that.
They could.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I know, but I don't like. I hate
when they recast in the middle of series and stuff. But they could have, and there would have probably been a bigger role.
Yeah. Then everybody would have been like, "Hey,
oh my God.
Hey, look who it is! It's Mary Poppins." Or
she's
look,
done way more than that. But they look similar enough to have passed it off.
That's like saying Anne Hathaway and like Keira Knightley, or something like that. Like, oh, you can recast this one or recast that one or flip-flop.
You can't not think that they don't consider, who would be a good recast because they kind of look like that character.
I don't know. They could just excommunicated her. And
they can't do that.
I know.
For the comic.
But for the fans. I'm out.
You had to take the personalized out.
All right. Well, as you watch it, I said she was in a lot of the movie, which I was pretty surprised. But
I didn't think she was in a lot of the movie.
Well, watch the movie, comment, let us know what you guys thought of when you're watching it.
From like, you still want to see some woman power, okay?
You do.
This was a bromance
Yeah,
movie.
but the mom's kicking butt.
She did kick some butt.
Yeah, I said, and she did more than Dolph Lundgren. I mean,
who did like almost nothing.
Yeah, so you could be like, oh, the mom's doing this, or hey, even the creatures were kicking ass. I mean, the creatures were awesome, and they were really cool. And even the people that did the voices of some of the creatures, which I knew who it was right off the bat.
Of course you did.
Yes, I did. It has a very distinct voice, and if you're a movie
I was like, but whoa, that whole scene, I was like, whoa, are we inspired from like Star Wars here? Is he Jabba?
Probably, but see, there's a lot of of those in the movie. I mean, hell, at the end of the movie, I was like, is this taking of Abyss? I mean, you're seeing. I'm like, here it comes. The Abyss is coming to the top of the, whatever. I'm just saying, it's like. There's a lot of scenes from other movies. They're all going to take things from other movies that were popular, that they can inspiration. And I will say this: they could breathe underwater. Little Mermaid. I said there's bubbles and stuff like that. No bubbles in the Little Mermaid live action. Again, I will say this: I said even with this one, there's bubbles. They're breathing underwater. You have to have bubbles. Even the swimming in Little Mermaid live action, there was no bubbles when they were swimming. I mean, come on, man. I said. Either way, but it's neither here nor there. Just like the bubbles, it wasn't there, but I enjoyed it.
Favorite line.
I liked the original Aquaman suit, like the old style the suit, which was really cool. I really enjoyed that. The action.
I think they upgraded it from the last movie.
They did. The action scenes were really good. Manta did really good. I liked how they did his suit. I liked they did his eyes, the trident, even the bad guys in the movie. I said just the all-out feel of it.
Their costumes were weird, though. Come on.
Whose costumes?
The ones in the bad guy ones.
You mean the zombie-looking dudes?
No, the other bad guys. The submarine guys. The submarine people.
Oh.
Their costumes. Come on.
What? I mean, hey.
Come on.
They're funny. But see, it made you talk about it enough. So either way, okay. Now let's say this: out of 5 stars, what would you rate it? See, I already know what she's gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
Okay, on 3, let's do it. Ready? Okay. I'm gonna say what you're thinking, and you say it on 3. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
3.5.
Whoa! I thought it was gonna be 2. Okay. All right. It's funny how you give that a higher quality than Wonka, which I think Wonka. I will say
there were a couple things that I found lacking, and that would be.
But 3.5. That's 3.5. If you're really looking at it, that's making it like a 7 movie, like almost like a 7. So you think it's a 7 out of 10?
Well, it's not a 2.
I thought my wife was saying to me, I would probably put it around 3, maybe 3.5, but. I
could go 3.
Okay.
Lack of female representation. Girls still need a hero, okay?
They do. They got it in the Marvels. Which that gets
DC
no love.
Competing. Hello.
I know, but hey, that's the reason why this was the
Can't
last
just have
one.
Wonder Woman, okay?
I know. Well, you don't even have Wonder Woman popping up, saving people in this one. No.
I'm just saying.
No cameos.
There needs to be women heroes.
Which there are. Just watch the Marvels. Who gets no love? Which that was a really,
and I will say, it is true that some of the visual effects were lacking.
Who said that? You reading about it?
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
You read about it.
No, someone at work was like. Someone at work said they weren't going to go see it because they thought the visual effects looked like 20 years old.
No, there's no way it looked a whole lot better than Phantom Menace and stuff like that.
Well, it definitely did.
Okay, well that really wasn't.
Things like when the little things were crawling up the wall, and I was like, yeah, that was pretty bad.
But see, the thing is, though,
not all of it. I was just saying some of it.
I
felt was lacking for, I'm sure, the budget that they had.
Yeah, but if you have to look at it from aspect of everything else, I think there's That's where they're getting their budget from. You know, me and my wife paying $50 for this stuff.
It was $29.95 or something.
$29.95,
like $30. Okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah, just for that. Plus, if you add the drink and the popcorn together, $50.
No.
Yes, it was.
No,
it was
no,
50.
No.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it included the popcorn and the drink, so technically it was twice the price. So it's like $15.
Okay.
Because you got
AMC,
it did come with
help us out. I said we are AMC subs, you know, and A-listers. You know, help us out. We're the Menefees. But definitely go check it out. Let us know what you guys thought of it. Now, this is technically the last movie, you know, of, you know, the DC before they open up with the new James Gunn and everything else. You know, so that's neither here or there. But there's, you know, not going to be a lot of stuff next year as far as like superhero movies that are coming out, which I think it's like a reset for everything, because I think every year was almost like 2, 3, 4 different movies maybe. So I think
they call it fan fatigue.
Yeah, but not fan fatigue. We'll still go see it. I said I got no problem seeing it. I said if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. But you know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Well, you're a guy.
What?
I said it's a bro movie.
I got no bros. And I don't even have hoes. I mean, there's no bros or hoes. I said, but it's not about that. I said, I enjoyed it even as a dad. I said, seeing the connection with him and his kid, that was really cool. What? What is it? What about it? What? What was it? You wish it was a girl?
No, I mean, I know about like the Aqua Boy, but I'm just saying like
Aqua Boy.
Whatever.
It's Aqua Boy.
You know, the little Titan little kid. Okay, but
female representation.
Where's the female? Where's the mom? She only got to hold her kid like twice.
I don't know, maybe because she's in the water, swimming around somewhere while he's on land. So, you know, and she pops up every once in a while, you know. I don't know. Same thing with Nicole Kidman. Where was she? I said she wasn't on land. She was down there. They were taking care of business while he was on, you know, on land.
Hanging out with his dad.
Hanging out with his dad, drinking Guinness. You know, eating burgers and stuff like that, you know. But, all right. Female representation. Come on, guys. All right,
my rating is going down the more I think about the lack of female representation.
I said, see.
As a mom, I would have liked to have seen a little more mother time, a little more female power.
2.5 now.
It's falling. The more
I see, and that's what happens. She rates something, and then later on she goes, you know.
What it is that I like the comedy.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't like the comedy. They're like, "Oh, it's." And
I thought the fight scenes were good.
Yeah, fight scenes were good.
And I like the comedy.
Yep, I think that's where you get a lot of this.
What's your favorite comedy line in there?
Why? Why do I want to say that? Because as my daughter would say, spoiler. It's a spoiler, Dad. I said, no, it's not. You could probably look that stuff up, but I definitely liked it. The end one that happened that he said was pretty awesome. Or
I laughed so hard.
I plus I think another part in it says, "Hey, come on, Castaway, grab Wilson, let's go." That was.
I knew that was going to be your favorite one, and you said it anyway.
Yeah, I said it. Hey, you asked me, and I told you.
That was funny.
All right. Well, definitely go check it out. Let us know what you guys thought about it. Let us know what your rating is. If you think, like my wife, 3.5, drop it down to 2.5 to 2 for female representation. Lack of female representation. But
women go to the movies too.
They do, but they just go to see him in his suit. So don't tell me they're going to see female representation. They're like, dude, let me see him, the Aquaman, in his suit. You know, so they can drool over him. All right. Or be like my wife and just get all the merch. All right. All right. Well, thanks for listening to us again, as always. Go see it with your family or see it together. And AMC, hit us up. All right.
I just said, I I gotta say, this is the best one they've done.
See, even if all we did was just go and buy that, she'd probably like it better if we saw the movie and be like, man, I had the best time. We went there and we got the souvenir cup and the souvenir popcorn. Total win, which don't tell me anybody that's, our age, if you see that, first thing you don't think is the Green Ranger. I'm just telling you.
I didn't.
I thought, okay, sorry, dudes, not women, but dudes are thinking, go Green Ranger. That's what they're thinking. They're not thinking Aquaman, they're thinking Green Ranger. Tell me if you thought the same thing. That looks like the Dragon Shield on the front. Doesn't look like it lands. I'm just saying.
Atlantis
All
or
right.
whatever.
Well, thanks for listening to us as always. Happy holidays and have a Merry New Year. Thanks for listening to us. Bye, guys.